Prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful. So, O Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, He alone do we serve, and He alone seeks for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path of those upon whom Thou bestow Thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom Thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray if they heard Thy teachings. Say He Allah is one God. Allah is He of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is He begotten, there is none like Him. And I bear witness, and none is to be served, worship, praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. We'd like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that have sent us the greetings of Assalamu Alaikum. We have Brother Mutakabir Ali from New Jersey. We have Brother Captain Ronnie and Brother Minister Ramadan from Baltimore. We have Brother Yusuf Shabazz from Newport News, Virginia. We have Brother Mutakwan Ali from Philly. We have Brother Muhammad Salim Bey from Oakland. We have Brother Isaac Farad Shabazz Muhammad from New York. And we have Sister Badia Muhammad from Hawaii. And I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, in the name of His last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu Alaikum. We want to continue with our talk on which one will survive the War of Armageddon. We're going to wrap it up with the talk on Honorable Elijah Muhammad being the father of black consciousness. Because there's so much, I'm telling you, there's so much that you can say when it comes to the messenger being the father of black consciousness, but we're going to wrap it up today. So we want to talk about the Muhammad Speaks newspaper. And we want to talk, this is the March 7, 1969 Muhammad Speaks newspaper, because Chancellor Williams said that black gained its respectability from this black youth revolt. But we want to look at the Muhammad Speaks newspaper, because it was this paper that woke up black America. This newspaper with the Messenger's articles. Because when you look at other publications, they just news from a black perspective. You just telling the news, you telling what happened, but you giving your own perspective on it. But a paper that was actually teaching black people, that was the Muhammad Speaks newspaper with the How to Eat to Live. Black people wasn't getting no teachings on How to Eat to Live from no other newspaper, no other publication. The Messenger had What Islam Has Done for Me, showing people how Islam was transforming black people in the black community. This particular Muhammad Speaks newspaper is Muhammad's speech of February 23rd, 1969. And we see at the top, it has the creation of man. Then we have a black circle with a little circle of light in the middle of the darkness of the circle. So we go to the article, and it says in this article, it's the Messenger Savior's Day speech in 1969. And it's talking about why God is black. Giving the black man teaches on why God, not just saying we the original man and we the first man, but why is God black? So the Messenger says, and let's just look at what the Messenger had. He had his article, which was his Savior's Day article. Then he got an article on the Negro, explaining the Negro, because we could just say we not Negroes, but who explaining to us what is a Negro and why we not Negroes? Just to say we not a Negro, but why we not a Negro? What is a Negro? What does black mean? What is black? The Muhammad Speaks newspaper was that newspaper that was giving black people information on the how, the why, the when, the where. Well, no other news. Even when you talk about Marcus Garvey's newspaper, and we mean no disrespect to him, they were saying how he never even hardly wrote in the newspaper. He never put information in the newspaper teaching black people on their history and who they are. When you had a Black Panthers newspaper, they wasn't teaching black people on who you are, what to eat, what not to eat, what to dress, how to act. The Muhammad Speaks newspaper was that newspaper. So the Messenger says, and this article was written by the editor, Richard Durham. It says, Mr. Muhammad, the messenger of Allah to us, the lost found mentally dead here in North America, brought out for the first time since we have been taught of God of some sort why God is black. He says, Messenger Muhammad taught Sunday that the reason God is black is because he was created in total triple darkness of the universe, where there had never been any light until the atom of life began. By the darkness to create itself in the heart of that darkness, for before the universe of light, darkness covered everything and there was no light. So the messenger breaking down why God is black. Black people ain't never heard that before. And now when you hear black people talk, they talk the messengers talk. Because they talk about how the black man is the original man. They talk about how God is black. Where they get that from? Right. Where can you trace that to? When a person says the black man is the original, okay, where did you get that from? Right. So the messenger, the article goes on and said the Bible says in Genesis that there was darkness and the heavens and the earth were created out of that darkness. The Holy Quran verifies these facts. Then you go on to read in this article where the messenger is explaining about how God is black. Then you got another article where the messenger is talking about the Negro. And let's just look at that. It says, we are not Negroes. That is those of us who have awakened into the knowledge of self. We are black original people. There is no race or nation which has been called black from their beginning. Negro, this is a slang that the slave master and his children has given to the American black slave after they had been successful in depriving our fathers of the knowledge of self. Now let's talk about the knowledge of self for a quick minute. What does that mean? How can you see that the black man has lost? Because Negro is not just a name. Negro is a condition. Negro is not just a name that the white man was calling us Negroes. No, a Negro is a condition. And the messenger broke down the condition of the Negro. So why or how can you tell that we lost the knowledge of self? We watched on yesterday, movie night, we watched the slave narratives. And they said that when the slaves would get married, that the slave master would not respect the marriage of the slave. So they said that the father would marry a slave woman. But the slave master, just to destroy the relationship that the father or the man had with his wife, he would intentionally separate the man and the woman. He would take the man, tell him to go out in the field while he stays back with his woman. Doing what? Destroying the knowledge of self. Because as a man, you're supposed to fight to protect your wife. You're not supposed to let no man just come in your wife and just do what he want to do with your wife. You're not supposed to let him do that. But as a slave, what you going to do? You're a Negro. So they would not respect the union of marriage. So what does that do to the children? The children don't get to experience a loving father to protect them. A loving father to protect his mother. What does that do to the child? When he see that his father let another man do what he want to do to his mother, and he powerless. He can't do nothing. So he don't know nothing about no father. He don't know nothing about no husband. All he see is that, yeah, I was brought here by them two, but I don't see no father. I don't experience a father. I don't see how my father protects and provides for my mother. I don't see that. So now we have, when people look at black people now, the friend of the court got to make a lot of brothers provide for their children. That's the loss of the knowledge of self. Yes. And all praise is due to Allah. That's what Negro is. So when black people say, because they don't call us Negroes no more. The white man call us what? African Americans. That's the new word that they give us, African American. You know, we African American, so we can say, oh, we not Negroes no more. So we shouldn't talk about Negro. No, but Negro is not just a name. Negro is a condition. The messenger said, there is no race or nation which has been called from their beginning Negroes. This is a slang that the slave master and his children has given to the American black slave after they have been successful in depriving our fathers of the knowledge of self. They made us neutral. We were not respected as a member of the societies of the earth, nor by him, because of the lack of knowledge of self and others. He said we wasn't even respected by society. You got these Arabs right now. All of these stores right here, they got these Arab stores. We used to that. We used to seeing an Arab store. We go to the Arab store, buy stuff. It's nothing big deal. But could you go open up a store in the Arab person's community? It wouldn't happen. They wouldn't support it. They wouldn't support you opening up no store in their community. They would not support you hiring their daughter to come work in your store. Well, with us, hey, what is it? Our daughter want a job, go work for them. Well, what difference it make? But with other people, with those who have respect by society, certain things you don't do. My daughter ain't working for no nigga. Flat out. I'm not going to support no nigga. When these Arab people had their stores, they have other Arab people come and deliver stuff for their store. I remember one time, I was working for FedEx. I was delivering some packages for this Arab store. Now, I come to the store and he giving me the runaround. I'm like, man, what's up? You know, I come here to deliver packages. I don't have time to be playing games with you. So this black man who was a customer at this Arab store, and I guess he was cool with this Arab, he gonna ask the Arab, like, you want me to handle this? That's what he gonna ask him. I'm like, straight up, what you mean? You handle it. You gonna fight me for him? That's the loss of the knowledge. That's a Negro. Yes. That's a Negro. We don't even have the respect of the society of civilized man. Don't nobody respect us because of the stuff that we do. We lost the knowledge of self. Right. So we don't have, these people don't respect us. If you come and open a store in another man's community, you don't respect them. You don't respect them. You hire his daughter. You don't respect them because you wouldn't want your daughter to do, you wouldn't want your daughter to work for nobody else. It said love for your brother what you love for yourself. Treat those how you want to be treated. If you don't want some nigga, as you say, come and hire your daughter to work, why would you do that? If you don't want a black person to open up a store in your name, why would you do that to them? Because you don't respect them. You don't have no respect for them. And that's what we see in our community. That's why the white man called us Negroes, because we neutral. We don't have no respect by no civilized society. They look at us like these niggas, man. So what? Go open the store in their community. They gonna still come. They gonna still support it. They gonna still let their daughters come and work. They gonna still let their sons come and work. And we can do what we want to do to them. What they gonna do? They ain't gonna do nothing. Because the black man, he don't know nothing about being a father. He don't know nothing about being a protector. He don't know none of that. But it was the messenger who taught us the knowledge of self. All praise is due to Allah. And I want to read briefly. We talked about Roy Wilkins last week. His article that he wrote. They used to call Roy Wilkins Uncle Tom. They used to have pictures or cartoons in the Muhammad Speaks about Roy Wilkins. Because Islam was different during the time of the messenger than it is now. They used to call a spade a spade. If you was an Uncle Tom, they were saying you was Uncle Tom. So they used to talk about Roy Wilkins as an Uncle Tom. You even see this is the 1961 Jet magazine. You see all of these black people up here with their own ideas of how the black man should, how the black man should be led. And this is Roy Wilkins right here. He used to say about the Muslims, when they used to ask him about the Muslims, he used to say black supremacy is just as bad as white supremacy. That's what he used to say about the nation. He used to say, when they used to ask him, they used to say, well, are you an African? He like, I'm not from Africa, I'm from Georgia. That's what he would say. He used to write articles saying black power is black death. But after time of the Roy Wilkins watching the Muslims, because it was years, because the thing about the Muslims that's different from us now, it wasn't all this, we gonna turn the lost founds away. They used to come hard at the lost founds, calling them Uncle Toms, criticizing. If you like integration, they was coming hard at you. Hard. Because they knew that the truth will always prevail. They wasn't worrying about you coming now. You gonna come. The messenger in this Jet magazine, this was 1961. He said by 1970, 90% of black people gonna be sympathetic to my cause. All praise is due to Allah. That's what the messenger said. And we see that Roy Wilkins was on this cover. All of them came to the messenger before 1970. All of them. Now, Roy Wilkins in 1970, he wrote an article because he visited the University of Islam. He went and saw, and the one thing in this article that I'm going to point out, he went and saw that the University of Islam didn't have an accreditation. But he was impressed on how the Muslims operated their school. He went around, he saw, like, these Muslims, this more to this Islam than I thought. Like, they got a school, they working hard, they got businesses and everything. Then this article was in September of 1970. In June of 1972, he wrote another article. He talked about how the Muslims got the accreditation. He said when most militants will whine and cry about racism. He said, but the Muslims did what it took to get the accreditation, and now their school is accredited. And Roy Wilkins said that the reason why the Muslims is so successful is because they put Islam first and themselves second. All praise is due to Allah. That's what Roy Wilkins said. And I read that and I'm like, the messenger said, I will make the truth so plain that a fool can't err. A fool can't err. So this is Roy Wilkins. Do the history on Roy Wilkins. Uncle Tom. He came and saw the Muslims. After a year, the messenger didn't stop talking about Roy Wilkins. The messenger kept talking about Roy Wilkins. He wasn't talking about, we don't want to turn the law. His ministers were talking about Roy Wilkins. Then Roy Wilkins started taking a closer look at the Muslims. He started visiting Muslim temples. He started seeing how the Muslims operated. And he said that the reason why the Muslims are successful is because they put Islam first. And he said this is what the Negro American should learn from the Muslims. He said they don't make excuses. They don't sit around here and say, it's racism is why we can't get the accreditation for our school. They did what it took to get the proper degrees and the proper certified teachers in the school to get the accreditation. That's what Roy Wilkins said. And the messenger said, I will make the truth so plain that even a fool can't err. Roy Wilkins seen it. So what's the excuse now? Everybody know what it is, what the messenger said. If Roy Wilkins or Uncle Tom could see it, then everybody could see it. But brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I'll leave you as I came in the nation of Islam, greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Let's give Brother Minister another round of applause. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, true living God, we forever thanking, reigning for our midst, the divine leader, teaching, guide, the person of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Almighty God, Allah, be upon him. We are grateful on his coming and raising up the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, this great gift to you and I. It's indeed an honor and a privilege to be here in this day bearing witness that there is no God but Allah, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was the last and greatest messenger. I'd like to say also that we had a wonderful day yesterday. Yes, sir. It's in our infancy. Like the brother said one time, getting started something. As it goes, as things go forward, it always gets better if we're striving in the way of Allah and his message, because he makes it better. He makes us great. He makes us successful. That's Master Prophet Muhammad. And we should all be thankful and grateful for his coming and raising one from among you and I to teach and guide us, most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We had a lost found yesterday at the movie night, and that's a good start.
the messenger's mission was just to get it to you and I. Not to force us, but just to get it to us. It's up to you and I to accept it or reject it. Accept it and live, reject it and die. It's just that simple. We have to understand that we're in our infancy. Things happen. Things get sorted out. And we go forward. Some things you might not like. Some things you don't have no power over. It's in the hands of Allah. And it works out. When it's his time, when he get ready. The messenger told us we all would be tried. All of us. Money, success, happiness, death sometime. But that's how it is. You don't know what you got until you try it. But we know Islam means peace. We know Islam means peace. Yeah. It comes after everything else fails. Islam comes. Islam means salvation to each and every one of us who believe in it. It's our salvation. And it's the only thing that's going to save you and I. The teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Islam is a working religion. It's a doing religion. And the believers are doers. They're workers. We have this great God who's well able to protect you and I. We're successful. We may not see it. It may not be coming as fast as you would like. But it's gradual. And the more you practice Islam, the more you love to practice it. Praise be to Allah. The more you love to practice it. What is the duty of the civilized man? To teach civilization to the uncivilized. What happens if the civilized man fails to perform his duty? What happens? It's a punishment. If we fail to perform our duty, it's a punishment. We'll get punished for that. Knowingly and sit down. You get punished for it. Knowingly and not putting forth effort. It's a duty. To uphold the teachings of the message we believe in it. I'd like to read something I got from the Holy Quran. And it talks about believers and disbelievers. Chapter 32, page 795, section 2. Footnote 1960A. What I mean by A, you know, next to you got A, sometimes you got B, you know. But don't think for 1 minute before I read it. Don't think 1 minute that we're not successful. Don't you think 1 minute that we're not successful because we don't see anybody. We're not worried about crowds. It's not crowds. It's believers. Yeah. See, you go to church like that. When they go to church sometime, they want to see how many people there. They wear their finest clothes to you know. But the messenger taught us, before I go, the messenger said, we wear our best clothes to the mosque. Yeah. Right, we wear our best clothes to the mosque. We don't wear to show out. But we have best clothes to the mosque. Yeah. We take a bath every day. Cleanliness is the next thing to godliness. We be clean internally and externally. But filth and decency, the way we think. And the way we act. We are successful. We're making progress. And we're going to be the one. Yeah. The message up your mind and nation you can accomplish as you will. It's as we will, as we want to, as we strive hard in our lives' way, we will be successful. Just look at movie night. It seems like, oh, it's no big deal. It is a big deal. This is something to attract our lost found brothers and sisters. To give them a touch of what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us. To give them an understanding of who this great man was. To give them an understanding that he was the messenger of Allah. From Almighty God Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. That's a big step. And it's hard work. Look at the work that you put into it. It's a hard work. It's not easy. But it gets easy to you, the joy of doing it, and praise be to Allah. That's what will get you the joy of doing it. Yeah. Because you have an understanding why you're doing it. Yeah. And you want to do it. See? We want to do that. We work hard. You go out and we buy things for them. Not for them. Yeah. We're trying to reach them. Yeah. Our brothers and sisters. The messenger said the best way to get a man is what? With stomach. With stomach. They come in, they see and hear this great man. Never knowed him before. Never knew they had a messenger. That's right. Never heard of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But we help getting the dead. That's help getting the dead there. Yes, that's right. Praise be to Allah. That's help getting the dead when you participate in it. Yes. You get a joy out of it. Yes. It's gratification when you see a lost found come in here. Yes. That's hard work. Yes. We prepared all the 2 weeks to prepare this. We prepared months ago. We had it foremost in our minds because we know this day is coming. We know how important this day is coming. To celebrate the month of October for our messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And we had a good time. Good time. Stars all on the floor. Just like you had the movie. Come in, had the whole setting. And they come in and they look around and say, oh, this great man talking about this devil. They didn't even know the white man is the devil. But they got to understand it. And she was happy. Come here. Praise be to Allah. She was happy. Just to look and see the interest that they had focused on what the messenger taught. Yeah. She got it. Right. Now it's up to her to do something with it. Right. We did our job. Right. The messenger said, just to get it to you. Right. So you don't have an excuse not to force. And that's what we did. And this is what we're doing. It's the object of it. So we did a good job. We can pat ourselves on the back. You know, these kind of things. And we work in unity. You come in, it's all the decoration, they look and they sin. It's a great job. We did a great job. You go out, you buy food, that's work. But you know that's work. You have to take time out of the day to go out and shop and do these things. That takes work. That takes dedication. And we have 3-4 weeks to do this. Just don't stop now. We're preparing now for the next week. And then you prepare for the next week. That's work. That's working together in unity. That's what we have to do. And that's what we're doing with the help of Allah. And He give us that good spirit. So don't you think one time that we're not successful. Don't think one time that we're not going to be successful further on in the future. See? Because Allah guides those whose heart is right. So these kind of things, brothers and sisters, don't worry about it. It's not what's always out in front of you. See? We got somebody behind the scene. One who knows all. Master Farad Muhammad. Our God, our Savior. Our Lord, who knows everything. This is our God, the mighty, the Mahdi. And we're going to be successful. Next week it might not be none. Might not be none, but we did our part. That's all we could do. The doors is open. We got it all on TV, on the internet. They know where we are. It's for those who want it. You wanted it, I wanted it. So, if they don't come, don't worry about it. Keep doing what you're doing. The message said, pretty soon you get a believer like yourself. Praise the be to Allah. Strive hard. Pretty soon you get a believer like yourself. Keep working. But see, what we do, we work with enthusiasm. Cheerfully, the message said. Work cheerfully. See, you ever know that when you go to a job, to your job, if you go in there sometime, you go to work, you be all right. You be okay. Good day today. You're feeling all right. You're in the right frame of mind. It don't bother you. Time, the day gone. Before you know, oh man, the day is gone. But you coming with the spirit. But you go there, it's a long day.
That's right.
Long day.
Right.
I'll be glad when I get out of here. It's a long day.
Right.
But you go down, you know what you got to do. You work there, okay. They gone.
That's right.
Okay, now get somebody that don't want to work.
Yes.
That make your day hard.
That's right.
Yes.
Don't want to do nothing.
Yes.
You should have stayed home.
That's right.
Yes.
Man ain't paying you for nothing.
That's right.
You think the devil paying you for nothing? No, he paying you to work. The messenger taught us how to keep a job, didn't he?
Yes, he
He taught us how to, because we was just that foolish.
That's
We're always ducking.
That's right.
You burn yourself out ducking,
That's right.
then just going on and do it.
That's right.
You burn up a lot of energy ducking.
That's right.
Don't want to work. Don't want to go to work. And you running and hiding, making excuses. The man look for you somewhere asleep.
That's
Somewhere look around the corner. Know what you got all this work you got to do. Put it on the brother over here. They get mad at him.
That's right.
That kind of thing. Lazy.
That's right.
Won't do nothing. These things. But we're blessed. And don't take this movie day lightly. What I'm saying, don't take it lightly. Like I said, we may not get nobody next week, but we got it for them.
Yes.
We're doing our part. We're not sitting down. See? And said, look, brother come in, went out with the flyers.
Yes.
See how important it is?
Yes.
Gave the flyer to a sister. Captain. Didn't know the sister was coming? You don't. But she came. Praise be to Allah. She came. Word of mouth. She gonna tell how good it was.
Yes.
She gonna tell how nice she was treated.
That's right.
She gonna tell how nice she was welcomed.
Yes.
How the sister embraced her and talked to her and helped her. She gonna talk about that. Word travel by mouth. Somebody else might come. That's how you do it. See? So you're doing a good job. Keep working hard, just like that, in that spirit. Keep the spirit alive. The message said pretty soon you'll fill your temple up. You'll be full after a while. Keep working. If don't nobody come, you keep pushing. That's what he said. And that's what we're doing. And Allah gonna bless us, and he is blessing us. Now just get that in our minds, brothers and sisters. Keep working, get that in mind.
Yes.
I know it's hard sometimes, you running back and forth to the grocery stores and ripping all around. That's work. It's not easy. It's work. It takes effort. It takes want to do it. See? Because you know what you're doing it for. We're trying to get to dead. And we do all that we can to get to dead. All that we can come up with to get the lost files. That's what it's about. That's what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad did. We're civilized. We should be. See? So let me read this. Believers and disbelievers. God's word has repeated so often in the Holy Quran is that the right way has been pointed out to man. The right way has been pointed out to man. So we don't need you to point out the right way. It's already been pointed out. But he is given the choice to accept or reject it. That's plain and simple. The right way has already been pointed out. The messenger already done pointed out and gave us what we should do. Already done did it. It's already in motion. So what you talking about? Or what am I talking about? It's already been laid out. The die is set. You just abide by it. That's what you have to do. That's what I have to do is abide by it. It's already been laid out and set. The rule already has been laid out. No drinking. No smoking. No gambling. No fornicating, committing adultery, lying, stealing, cheating, backbiting one another. It's already been laid out. The law. Accept or reject. And that those who reject that word and did not forsake evil ways would go to hell. Yeah. That's what it said. We'll go to hell. In other words, up here. That's the hell up here. You think you're going right, but you're going backwards. You think you see everybody, but hey, look at you. That's hell. Misery. No peace with yourself. Distress. Guilt. That's hell. And the master said when they put you in hell, when you're in hell like that, you want somebody to kill you. That's right. And the only thing that you worried about is being exposed. Because you lied. That's what you're afraid of. You're not afraid of death. You want somebody to kill you. But Master said Allah makes death flee from you. Because he knows that once death gets you, he takes you out of your misery. It's all over. No, that's not. He wants you to feel it. That's a bad feeling. The only thing that you worried about is guilt. Because you lied. That's being exposed. That's the thing, being exposed. You'd rather die than to be exposed. Truth would condemn you and me. And it would set us free. But also it would condemn you. This is the thing here. The reference, Satan, go to hell. Hell is not no place you go physically. No, you go into hell mentally. Or you can't sleep at night. I know how they feel. I know how they feel. I think Allah must be here for something. I know how that feels. I know how hell is. You can't stand it. And I know I couldn't. I had to fall down and say, oh Allah, please help me. You know, help me. Get me out of the condition that I put myself in. You didn't do it. I put myself in. The messenger teachers didn't do it. I put myself in it. By being disobedient. Get me out of this fire, please. Help me. You can't sleep. When you're time to go to sleep, you can't sleep. And when you do sleep, you want to wake up. That's how I felt. By being crazy. Hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious. That's how I felt. That's the punishment till I submitted. That was my punishment. When I submitted, Allah took it off me. Praise be to Allah. And he ain't take it off you if you submit to it. If you don't submit to it, he's not going to take it off you. You're going to burn in hell. I'm telling you how it's not good. I used to stand and look out the window and grieve. Stomach grieving. I'm telling you something I know. I'm telling you something what happened to me. And it happened to me for a reason, so I can tell you. That's right. That's right. It happened for a reason, so I can tell you. The messenger knew exactly what. I looked across the field. I grieved. Because I know where I should have been. My mind used to tell me, get on back down to the temple, man. You know what you're supposed to be doing. I used to be getting high. Freebasing. When I got through freebasing, it said, that's Allah talking to me. Now what? You done did all this, now what? Same thing, reality, now what? Get on back down to the temple, man. Get on back down to the temple. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you're supposed to be doing. I made it. Praise be to Allah. Made it. Still ain't over. You still got to keep working to improve and better yourself. We're dealing with a real God here. Brothers and sisters, Master Farah Muhammad is real. He's not a spook. And when we play, we playing with fire. Fire. It will burn you up. It's not a fire, a little fire. It's a flame that gets you here. That's what it does. Think I'm playing? Think I'm jiving, don't you? Think I'm just talking, don't you? Keep it up. Keep it up. You think I'm playing? Oh, this nigga just talking. He just trying to be funny. Okay? Keep it up. Keep it up and see what happens. See what happens. Burn up. Boy, I'm telling you. The reference, and if we had pleased, is to the fact that man is not compelled to submit to the divine law. His superiority lies in the fact that he has been given a choice. He has been given a choice. You're not, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to accept it. You know. He's given a choice. If he exercises that choice rightly, he attains to eminence, greatness. Greatness. Allah makes all of us great. He's going to make all of us great. He's the one that do it. If he exercises it wrongly, he must taste of the evil consequences of his deeds. That's what he must take, evil consequences of his deeds. So when we say compel, we say it's force someone to do something. We don't force them. You understand? We don't force. You're not forced to do it. See? But if we, let me say this again. If he exercises it wrongly, he must taste of the evil consequences of his deeds. You taste the evil consequences of your deed and my deed. That's law. That's what you do. And it says, I read down, it says, deeds sometimes it's not always right. Or not always right, righteous deeds. You can go to jail for your wrong deeds. There's legal deeds, documents and paperwork and all that kind of thing. Now we're talking about the individual, these kind of deeds. This is what we're talking about. So we don't get it wrong. I'm talking about some legal paper somewhere, some property. No, I'm talking about what we do. We're held accountable for what we do. We're very fortunate, we're very blessed. Because just think, brothers and sisters, the unique position that we're all in. We're making history. We're going down in history as a believer, as the believers. When we read about Abu Bakr, Umar, and all the rest of them who were with the Prophet, we read, that's history way back then. Hamza, all them fighters. We for Islam. We going down in history. They're going to read about us as righteous Muslims, not hypocrites, disbelievers, backbiters, and rebellious ones. You'll get some of those too. There's some of those. We can go back and see how wrong they was. Abdul Lahab, one who always gave the Prophet trouble. Him and his wife. Yeah, him and his wife. He used to throw thrones across the. No, he was walking barefooted. He throw sticky stuff across the road. No, he was coming down that way. He used to throw thrones across the road where he can step on and hurt his feet. Abdullah Harb. Yeah. Every time he say something, he got something to say about it. Him and his wife. They put something around her neck, she choked. See? Had a good example of that. Malcolm and his wife. Betty Shabazz. A good example of it. See, don't think what you're doing is wrong. And don't think we are not successful. We're making progress. And we're going to continue to make progress. Just keep the spirit, keep fighting, keep working. See? Everybody's not going to accept it. Everybody's not going to accept us now, but we know the messenger was the messenger. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad. What he taught us was the truth. And it's for our salvation, it's for our benefit. We're not doing him no favor. We're not doing Allah no favor. You're doing yourself a favor. Praise be to Allah. That's what it is. We got laws, rules, and regulations to govern us, to keep us out of trouble. That's what it is. This is a nation. This is not no club, no glee club or sect. This is a government. We build in a righteous government, and it's going to be built upon righteousness. Not what you think and what I think is what the messenger has laid out for you and I. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. You have a thought, you can think what you want to think. That's okay. You got a right, a privilege, that's okay. But the law is the law. It's already been pointed out. You come up with something, we make some kind of excuse or something, whatever it is, they're already laid out. You have a right just like anybody else. We never had what we have today in Islam. Never was we treated right. White man didn't treat us right. So we got to treat each other right. We shouldn't be jealous of each other. See? This kind of thing. But we have teaching on that. One brother was jealous of the other because Allah was showing favor to him. He ain't only talking about the brothers, sister too. She included, just didn't say it. But she's included that. If one brother was jealous of the other brother, one sister was jealous of her sister. That's not brothers, sisters too. Sisters fought back there. They shielded the prophet in war. They took their bodies and shielded him. So they fighters too. Man, because Allah chose him over him. Maybe if you were doing right or something, he would have chose you. He chose the messenger of all them. He said, now, I gave you a chance to pick who you want to. Now, I'm going to pick one. Hey, you. Karim, you. Who, me? Yeah, you. Come up here. It's the Savior. This is the one I chose. Praise be to Allah. This is the one I chose. They didn't want to accept. God chose them, they still didn't want to accept it. Just like we have truth, I still don't want to accept it. See? So if he chose him, we approved of it, we should obey him. See? We are successful, brothers, so don't get it in there. Remember, we are successful. And we're going to continue to be successful. When this movie night, I'm proud of it. Praise be to Allah. I'm proud of it. Proud to be a part of it. I'm proud to be a part of the temple. I'm proud to be a Muslim. Follow the messenger. I'm happy to be a follower of the messenger. And I pray Allah that I be worthy in the eyesight of him. See? I don't want to do nothing to displease him. Not intentionally. No, I don't be right all the time. But I'm not trying to not please Allah. Doing something I know is wrong to do. No, you get a double whammy. Yeah, you know you're supposed to be, you know if you're right or wrong. See, one thing about Islam, you know if you're right or wrong. You know if you're doing right, you know if you're doing wrong. You know that. You know ain't no spook. You can hide, you can shuck it, but you know it when you're right and you know it when you're wrong. Because you know it ain't no spook. The message removed that spook from you. So if you're doing what you know you shouldn't be doing, you're playing with fire. Right. For instance, I know you ain't supposed to drink. I'm out here sneaking drinking. Go ahead on. Keep on. Keep on. Smoking weed. home smoking weed and drinking, hanging out in the club, casino, playing the lottery. Yeah. Smoking cigarettes, sneaking smoking. If you got to sneak, you know you're wrong.
That's right. That's right.
That's the first thing. If you got to sneak, you know you're wrong. So you know you threw right then because you thought something was all right with you, and that's why you had to sneak. Brother, back in the day, used to come in the temple. Some of them had zigzags in their pocket. Yeah. He's still a Muslim. He's still a believer, but he just weak.
That's right.
He forgot.
That's right.
Allah make you forget.
That's right.
Yeah, he forgot. And he was embarrassed. Zigzag, check. Didn't say nothing to the brother. Why you got? No, I didn't say nothing to him. Brother felt bad. I know he was hurt. Check. He tried to explain. But you ain't got to do that, brother. I know. You ain't got to explain nothing to me, brother. It's okay, man. Happened to me. I wore my brother's suit. He had a cigarette in it. A cigarette. I don't know. I ain't checked it out. I come there. The brother named Leon checked me. I never forget it. It was an embarrassing moment I ever had. I felt so bad. I felt like that. So I can't imagine how you feel and you doing wrong when Allah exposed you and me. How bad you would feel. I felt terrible. He checked me and he had a cigarette. Went in there. He said, brother, what's that in your pocket? I went in my pocket. I had thrown it. I said, oh, man, what the? Cigarette. He checking me and I said, brother Leon, I said, man, I didn't know. He said, man, I said, I understand, brother. Don't see Levi. I said, oh man, go ahead, check me on out. I had a cigarette. He said, so you had to go over there and talk with the inspector. You know, and I felt so bad. I'm trying to talk to him, explain to him what happened. He said, man, he said, I tell you what. He said, man, don't never come through the temple, man, like that. Your brother, you got lessons. Check yourself out, man. Check your pockets and things. He laughed and he was laughing. He said, I know, man. I know. Still was a believer. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't smoking nothing like that, man. No cigarettes or nothing like that. But the brother, that's what I'm saying. See? I learned. See? When you do things, you know, I learned about that. So it's very important. See? I'm still a believer. Brother make a mistake. Still a believer. You correct him. Because I had a cigarette, that don't mean I'm a hypocrite. I'm a disbeliever because I got a cigarette. A lot of times people just weak. I wasn't weak on that. I wasn't smoking. Now, you know, now that's the thing we will have to go through. Well, what you doing with the square in your pocket then? So we can go that way too. Yeah, man, I didn't check. Oh, you didn't check it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It could have went like that. But it wasn't. It was pleasant. And he understood. And he felt sorry for me too. He was laughing a little bit. I said, bro, you ain't got a sprain, man. He said, I know. Check yourself out, man, when you come down. Always check your pockets out, man. But you still got to go in and talk to stuff. That's how that was. Then I go over there, then he giving me, you know, we don't smoke and all this and all. I said, okay, yes, sir. He said, okay, brother, just go ahead on. Okay, you can go on upstairs. Went on up here, dragging. Spear down low. Yeah. Spear was high, it was down. Oh, yeah. But it made me better. Yeah. You know, it made me better to try to understand the next one if that happened. Right. See, if that happened, I got to understand it. I know how it feels. Mm-hmm. See, but nevertheless, I said that, you know, I don't know, but you know, I love God. But when we work, anything that we do to try to help the lost found, to get the lost found in, we do it in good spirit. We had a good spirit. Good spirit the other day. Yeah. You know, real good spirit. Sisters worked hard. And they input and things that they bought, and we had a lot of stuff, and we still have some. But nevertheless, you worked hard, and I appreciate it. That your work and your time, cooking and all this thing, that takes work. It's not so, oh, she's just cooking. No, that takes work, man. You got to work, then you got to wash up and clean up everything behind. That takes work. And it takes desire to do it. You have to want to do it. And when we do that, and everything, that's just to show us what we can do. Just little things like this to show us what we can do. When we come together and work together and put our minds and things, and we all working for the common cause, is to get the dead. And how happy that you be, and you sit down and you see a lost file sitting up here looking at the message, teaching. How gratification to how that gives. You just look at it and see if they taking it in. Yeah. And I kept looking. She was looking. Yeah. And she said a few things. Yes, she did. See, that's what you look for, because you know if she looked or he looked, it's getting to him. Walk out that door, she'll never be the same. Praise God, she'll never be the same. She may not come back here, but she will never be the same, because she got the truth now. She got the truth. So it's up to her to apply it. See? She may not do it this month. She might do it next month. Might do it next year if around. But she got it. She know the white man is the devil. She heard the message say, I ain't going to be no slave to you. I want some of this earth like you. You went over and got my people. And she looking some good gracious. See? So all that is in it. Pat yourself on the back. It's a feather in it's feather in all our cap. All of us work to get this thing. We got that fish. The messenger scaled him. We brought the fish in, he scaled him. That's how we supposed to do it. And Allah is going to bless us, brothers and sisters, in this one clean thing here. Victory of the righteous. That's what the messenger said, victory of the righteous. Victory of the righteous. We're righteous Muslims. So we going to win. We're not going to lose, we're going to win. Now that's good news. Praise be to Allah. That's good news to know that we got a God on our side who's well able to protect us from the enemy, the devil, and who else? Whoever else. Look what he said about victory of the righteous. The messenger said to his followers, if you are with me, Allah is with you. And the more they attack us, they can attack us verbally, tongue lash you, that's attack, physically or verbally. The more Allah is attacking and will attack them. I read about those 10,000 angels. You said, they here. They're walking around. It's not saying in the theology time. What the message say that they're walking around. They here. Just like that one with Noah. Then they said the one with Noah. That angel. That destructive angel. 10,000 havoc angels. That's right. We ain't got nothing to worry about. The messenger said, may he, Allah, give them the chastisement that he promised them in his holy Quran, and give those who believe in him and his truth the joy of fearlessness, lack of grief, and peace of mind and contentment. That's what we're working for. It's worth it. Heaven while we live. We're very blessed, brothers and sisters. So I thank you. May Allah bless you and keep you. Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah. The Rafiq family sent the greetings. Assalamu alaikum. Brother Sister Akila and Brother Rahman. Oh, okay.
Brother and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. All praises due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful. So, Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, alone do we serve and alone seeks for thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou spill thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none deserve to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.